Jade Cargill's WrestleMania 42 problems just got worse, man. And I'll tell you exactly why. Everyone thinks Jade Cargill's biggest problem heading into WrestleMania 42 is Rhea Ripley. But that's not even close. Jade Cargill's actual problem is bigger than Rhea. It's bigger than one match. It's a problem that could expose everything WWE has done with Jade Cargill since day one. On paper, this should be easy. You've got Jade Cargill. Jade looks like a superstar. She carries herself like a superstar. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. She has not proven she can constantly perform like one when it actually matters. And that's a problem, man. Because WrestleMania is where the illusion dies. WWE didn't build Jade Cargill. They fast-tracked her. They skipped the struggle. They skipped the failures. They skipped the moments that make fans believe. And they handed her the look, the presentation, and the aura, without forcing her to earn it in the ring. And now, they have thrown her into the worst possible situation, and that is a match against Rhea Ripley, someone who has earned it. Rhea isn't just dominant. She's dangerous for Jade Cargill, man. Rhea sells. She adapts. She makes everything feel real. And that's the problem. Because when you put someone real in the ring with someone who's still a work in progress, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. This feud should have been unstoppable, right? So why does it feel off, man? Why does it feel like something is missing? And more importantly, why does it feel like Jade Cargill is the one with everything to lose here? Let's address the obvious elephant in the room first. Rhea Ripley is overpushed. She is being protected way too much, in my opinion, man. And I don't think Jade stands a chance. Rhea Ripley has been booked like an absolute monster. But here's the truth nobody wants to say. That's not the actual problem here. Because if your entire feud falls apart just because one person is strong, then your booking was weak to begin with. Here is Jade Cargill's real WrestleMania 42 problem. WWE has protected her way too much. But it's not the same protection as Rhea, though. Jade's protection is a bit different. I mean, just think about it. Since arriving in WWE, Jade has been presented like a megastar. But how many real struggles has she had? How many moments made you doubt her? How many times has she been forced to adapt? To survive? Exactly. 0. None. And that's not a great look for Jade, man. Because WrestleMania isn't where you prove you look like a star. It's where you prove you are a star. And now you enter Rhea Ripley into the mix, and this is where things fall apart for Jade completely. Because Rhea isn't just dominant, man. She's believable. Every time Rhea steps in the ring, it feels real. It feels earned. It feels like she's been through something. And that exposes Jade. Because Jade feels manufactured, while Rhea feels inevitable. And here's where things could go completely off the rails at WrestleMania 42. The crowd. Because WrestleMania crowds don't follow scripts. They don't care about plans. And they don't care about pushes. They react to what they feel. And right now, Rhea Ripley feels like the bigger star here. So what happens if WWE wants Jade Cargill to win, but the crowd doesn't want that? Now you don't just have a bad match. You have a moment that backfires on the biggest stage possible. WWE has backed themselves into a corner, man. Because look, if Jade wins, it might feel forced. But if Jade loses, then what was the point of all the protection? I mean, you spent months, maybe years, building her like an unstoppable force, only for her to fall when it matters most. That's not just a loss. That's exposure. And here's the brutal truth. Jade Cargill needed this feud, but she wasn't ready for this version of Rhea Ripley. Not because she isn't talented, but because she hasn't been tested. And WrestleMania doesn't test you gently. It completely exposes you. So no, Jade Cargill's WrestleMania 42 problem isn't Rhea Ripley being spoiled. It's that Rhea Ripley feels real. And Jade Cargill still feels like a project. And at WrestleMania, projects don't survive. They get exposed. But here's the real question. Do you think WWE pulls the trigger on Jade? Or does Rhea Ripley walk out and prove this was never even close? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more brutally honest wrestling breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.